pass, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over, and you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior, or you're a college player, and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
And you can see that Butler is the total package. Solid at recognizing when one of his guys is open.
The pass to Jordan. To the inside. Shot clock at 5. It's stolen by Dragic. And it's the Heat on the break. Here's Iguodala. The rebound by Anderson. To the paint. Marvelous lead pass. And he throws it down.
Unselfish play by KD there. Such a big part of what makes him a special player.
Dragic looking for an opening. Down low. Brooklyn with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
Saw the box score the next day and thought about those percentages. They had guys just going off in that one.
And they call an illegal screen here. We'll get a moment now to view the league's stingiest defenses. Number 1, the Nets.
And this team has been completely dominant. Fewest points per game allowed in the league. These guys are talented. They trust each other. They work together. And you just won't find better coaching on the defensive end of the floor.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now here's Dragic. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Leonard on the wing. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, Kevin. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A.
Just can't leave Goran Dragic open from the three-point line. He loves getting free from beyond the arc and letting it fly.
Out to the right wing. Here's Jordan, and it's sent back by Leonard.
There's some good commitment from Myers Leonard on defense there. Gets his hands up and swats that one away.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the defense.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Nets. Kyrie Irving comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie.
And you have to like the way he's attacking the defense, drawing fouls and getting himself chances at the line this quarter.
Here's Nunn. 5 points in the game. Good D by Jordan.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And the first one drops. Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. And Miami also making a switch. Jones is checked in. The Heat trail by 19. Here's Nunn. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Nunn's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
That's tipped. Butler with the steal. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Robinson, that's good.
And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that. You see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
And Jones over to help. Crawford, no one around him. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Olynyk. Here's Irving. 7 points in the game. Takes a three. It's good from long range. Irving's got 10 points.
Well, Kyrie just has nasty grips on that basketball. Cuts through the defense that time.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. Their strategy has been... And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. So it's Miami now. They trail by 18. Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Jordan, and it's Durant. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting a superb 63% from the field. Leonard brings the double team. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, Jordan's such a great dunker. Some of the jams he has are completely jaw-dropping.
Irving against Dragic. From the high post. And that one goes long.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Butler against KD. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And you look at Jimmy Butler. He's about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
Bam Adebayo's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta. Then on Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment. And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
Pass to Adebayo. Iguodala outside. Pass to Dragic. Back to Iguodala. Good ball movement here by Miami. Adebayo passes to Iguodala. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Dinwiddie. And it's Iguodala missing.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And this is where you have to appreciate DeAndre Jordan's activity. Incredible at staying engaged for the full 48.
Dragic against Irving. And here's Leonard from three. A shot missing. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
Well, if they got a favorite play, Kevin, it might be time to break it out. 0 of 4 to start it.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Fires the three. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
KD can't get it to go.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Nets leading by 23. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, I like the shot selection of DeAndre Jordan. He stays ready to shoot, especially in the paint. Does not have many attempts in his career outside of it.
KD against Butler. Up top, Dragic. He has 6. Over Irving. Buried from 15 feet out. Dragic has got 8.
Yeah, Dragic is a solid shooter, especially from the mid-range area on the floor.
Dragic comes with the double team and out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
And checking out some numbers for Irving. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. 6th in field goal percentage, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. Timeout called, the Nets. Each team has a catalyst, Brent. Some guys are ball dominant, who play within the flow of the offense. Is there one approach better than the other?
Obviously, great coaches, Kevin, are going to find what it is that their best player does well. And as many times as I could get my best player into that situation, that's what I'm going to do. So if it's Harden in isolation, James Harden's going to be in isolation. If it's Steph Curry setting off-ball screens and relocating for threes, well, I'm going to do that too. So it all comes down to a fit with the player, his skill set, and how the coach wants to use that best.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
Iguodala against Dinwiddie. Here's none. Again, the miss by the Heat. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nets. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. Number 1, the Nets.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Kelly Olynyk checked in for the Heat. Bangs home the trifecta.
And Butler knows how to take over games. Really good with his shot selection down the stretch.
To the paint, it's deflected. Allen, and it's Allen with the jam.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Here's none. He's got 7. Kicks it to Olynyk. The 3 gets the three-pointer to fall. Olynyk's got 8 points.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And Iguodala comes to help. Irving with a clean look. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And that's 13 points for Kyrie Irving.
When you make shots like that, Kevin, Kyrie is showing just how confident he is in his offensive ability.
None passes to Butler. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And here's a look at some numbers for Jordan.
The field goal percentage has spiked in the past 5 games. It's up a lot from what it had been earlier this season, and with every game that it continues to rise, his confidence does as well. We'll see if he stays in that mode tonight.
And Miami making a change here. Robinson's checked in.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
Here's Nunn. He kicks it to Robinson. Now the dish to Butler. Allen with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 23. To the middle. And it's Allen with the jam.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Here's Nunn. He has 7. Butler deciding where to go with it. Over Murray. Again, the miss by the Heat. Brooklyn's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Dinwiddie attacking. Count it. Good.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Robinson against Dinwiddie. Outside Butler. Yep, that one goes in there. Butler's got 16 points.
And like whenever Butler slices to the basket, the D has a hard time matching his athleticism on these takes.
To the inside, here's Murray. Another possession, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Nunn passes to Leonard. And here is Robinson. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Here's Butler. Count the basket. He's got 18.
It feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Leonard brings the double team, shakes him, and it's sent back by Leonard. Robinson down low. Dinwiddie covering. Robinson kicks to Olynyk. And there's the feed to Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
One of the better free throw shooting bigs in the NBA. The challenge for Leonard as he develops is to try to get to the line a few more times.
So for the Nets, Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Murray. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Dinwiddie. Heat also with the sub. Jones checked in for Butler. Passes to Nunn. The pass to Olynyk. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Well, that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
And Miami making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. Here's Allen. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Here's Nunn. He's covered by Irving. Nunn can't get it to fall. And so Allen will bring it up for the Nets. He lobs it up, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crawford.
That is just a careless.
There's 53 seconds left in the 4th.
going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Nets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
On the floor for Miami, they've got Robinson. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then there's Myers Leonard. And it's Nunn in at the point guard. Butler passes to Nunn. Back to Butler. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing. Two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just there's fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
Hey, Shaq here. Another game, another double-double. If you had to choose, which is the greater value to this team, your passing or your scoring?
Ready to do this? Oh, professional. Okay. You know, it's nice to get some recognition, but
We know you're a busy guy, Chase, so we're going to let you go. But
Great game tonight, Che, especially on defense.
yeah, sure, you can say that, but
Nice game, Che.
well, I think it played a part. Well, I hope it did anyway.
So, three things. First of all, you only wear Jordans, obviously. Second, Jordan is an iconic brand, iconic silhouette.
So I just drop that stuff in whenever I can?
As natural.
All right, Che, you remember Reese from Gatorade?
It's nice to see you again, Che.
Nice to see you too, you know, and I'm really excited.
okay, we are now joined in studio by.
I don't know if it's the best thing, but
So, Che, is there anything you're especially.
you know, I'm real geeked about getting a new Jordan.
Okay, I'm told we have time for one more question.
Hey, Jordan, pretty much, man.
Che, that's all the time we've got for you today.
You guys ready to hammer out this deal?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Looking forward to a long and healthy relationship.
Me too, man.
Thanks, Che.